Hello, everyone. Good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Arohi Tyagi, Associate Dean here at AAFT Online. And I, on behalf of the entire AAFT Online family, welcome you all to this webinar on the technical aspects of makeup. And well, what could be more exciting than to have with us Mr. Kapil Chauhan with an extensive experience in the beauty and makeup industry. Kapil excels at creating transformative looks for a variety of occasions, from everyday elegance to high fashion artistry. He started his journey with MAC Cosmetics and has since collaborated with renowned brands like Inglot Cosmetics, 10 Image India, India Today, and Times Now. A master of diverse styles, Kapil specializes in bridal, editorial, special effects, and photo shoot makeup. His passion lies in enhancing beauty and confidence through his craft. With a sharp eye for detail and a strong focus on client satisfaction, he ensures each look is a perfect blend of his artistic expertise and the client's unique vision. So, without further ado, let me welcome Kapil here. Hi, Kapil. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Arohi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for introducing me. Those are some kind words. Thank you so much. So, hi,
Absolutely,
everyone.
absolutely a pleasure to have you here, Kapil, with us today.
Same here. It's a pleasure to be around all of you and get to share a little bit of what I know. So, let's start without taking some time.
Yes, absolutely. And to all the attendees and learners over here, in case you have any questions, any queries, you want to ask anything to Kapil, just put in your questions in the Q&A box, which is located right below on your screens, and I'll be taking them up at the end of the talk. All yours, Kapil.
So, hi everyone. So, let's begin without wasting any time. So, as Aroy already introduced me, my name is Kapil Chauhan. I've been working from last 9 to 10 years, and I have experience in all kind of makeup. I've been doing bridals, I've been doing photo shoots, I've been doing amazing skincare shoots where you get to create different skins and different kind of fake skin. And I've been working with different designers, different magazines, and different ad campaigns. So I have experience from all the fields almost there. So I'll be today, as we have already, I'm going to share the slide with you. And then let me start with my PPT there. I hope everybody can see that. So today we have technical skill enhancement. So I'm going to share, these are the topics that we're going to talk about. I have like, so I created what I could in this, but I'll be sharing a lot of knowledge about like color theories, the professional tools that we can use, and makeup application on different faces, and the most important, after doing it all, personal branding of makeup artist. So these are the main topics that we're going to talk about today. So without wasting time, let's start. So the first topic that we're going to talk, which is the base for any makeup. Without color theory, you can't do any makeup. Like even if you like self-taught or you learn under someone or you've taken special classes from someone, if you don't know color theory, not gonna do it. Like without color theory, it's like the base for any makeup, like any for your personal also, for professional also. So color theory plays a very important role. And so if you know that, you can create impactable looks and which creates like impact, like which can literally build your portfolio from 1 to 100 if you know your color theory well. So let's start. So I'm gonna talk about color theory. So color theory mainly have like three colors. We start with three colors, which are primary colors, which cannot be created by mixing any other color, which are the base colors which we find naturally, right? So the colors which are like that, like we have red, yellow, and blue. These are three colors which you cannot create. These are the base colors of any. So if you remember in school times, we have to have that box which comes used to come with six colors only, and like which had three like primary colors. Which mixing that we can create any colors. Then we had black and white to add and brighten and make tin tones and shades of that color. So three colors like red, yellow, and blue. If you mix these three colors, you can create n number of colors. And the secondary colors are the colors which when we mix two primary colors, like if we mix yellow and red, we get orange. If we mix yellow plus blue, we get green. If we mix blue and red, we get violet. So these are our secondary colors. So that's how we create more colors with that. And now we come to tertiary colors where we mix one primary color and one secondary color, and then we create tertiary color. So that makes a third color for us. So why it is important? Because we do eye makeup, we do skincare, and we do skin makeup. So we need all the colors to, and if we have limited colors with us, we can always mix and match, and we can make different colors for us. So let's go to next. So see, I always have a color wheel with me. I never like if you want if you get confused, what should I do with my makeup and how should I create eye makeup? How should I create what base should I create? Like she has so much pigmentation and so many problems. She have blue eyes. If no problem, she has such beautiful blue eyes. Like what color I should do on her eyes, what color I should do on her lips. So if you know your color wheel, if you know your color theory, if you know your color chart, you can literally do wonders with that. So knowing your color theory is very important. And so as we discuss the colors, now we come to the second topic, which is like how complementary colors, and we will talking about analogous colors in our color wheel. So if you see the color wheel on your right side, this have complementary colors which are placed right opposite to each other on a color wheel. You can get a color wheel for yourself from market anywhere. If you want to buy, you can order on Amazon, which like I don't think it's very expensive. I always have one in my kit, and normally I don't take it out because for like you don't need to show it to someone. It's just for your personal use, but it helps like when you start doing makeup, it helps you a lot to show the difference. Ki if she's wearing a green dress, what color should you use on her eyes? So that ways it helps you a lot when you're starting with the makeup. But with time, you always learn ki now we know what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do. But initially is always helpful. So complementary colors are those which are placed opposite to each other on a wheel. So if you can see over here, complementary color to a yellow will be a violet and green will be red. And next is analogous colors. Analogous colors means similar colors, which are placed like if I choose one color, for example, if I choose green, then the color next to it on the right and the color next to it on the left will be the analogous colors that we can choose from. How they work? So they can help us create softer looks of same family for a makeup. Someone who want to create very softer look. So how complementary colors and analogous colors are different? If somebody want to create softer colors for their day wear, their official purpose, for their regular wear, we'll always pick up analogous colors for them because it blends with their tones, right? Something in the same family, something which will not stand out, which will not look different. It will be their family, their comfort zone. Whereas if you pick up a complementary color, which will be strikingly different. If I wear green, if I put red, red will be like literally bold and visible. Whereas if I'm wearing green, if I go to the shade of greens only, like maybe a little yellow or something like that, it will look nicer and look familiar with the same color tone that I'm wearing it. So that's how they work. So dividing your color wheel into two, we have warm colors and cool colors. So cool color, both the colors are very easily available in our environment. If you see, notice around you, the room, or maybe your color eyeshadow palette, so you'll be able to easily see. So the first color which strikes you, like which looks really bold, are the most like I'll be explaining everything in the easiest term possible. जो कलर आपको पहले visible होगा, everything that you can see like and this looks striking will be your warm colors, right? Like your reds, like your oranges, which strikes, which shows little warmth, इसमें हल्की सी गर्माहट हो, right? So those are your warm colors, and the cool colors which are more calming, which are easily available in the environment, like your trees, which is more cool and which gives relaxation to your eyes, are your cool or your cold colors, which gives you a sense of peace, like your greens, like your blue, and right. And whereas if you see if you see fire, right, it is more warm. It like it instantly you see that for that's the first thing you see, like red. So those are different. Like if you see a red flower, you'll be able to pick that up easily, and you'll to see, oh, there's a red color. And green is more common compared to that. So I hope it makes it easy to compare between cold and a cool. Like cold and cool is the same thing. We call it cool colors. Like it's the same thing again. So let me and next slide. See, as we already discussed, I told you, like when we know complementary colors and analogous colors. So if over here it says like sophisticated look. If I want to create a look which is sophisticated for office or something, I'll be able to pick up analogous colors and I'll be able to use them for my daily use and everything. And dynamic colors like dynamic bold looks for your shoot, for your editorial, or for maybe a function when you want to stand out from everybody else, we pick up complementary colors. Maybe a red lipstick, which will be strikingly bold and which will show beautifully on your lips. So we pick up dynamic looks. So that in this, so I hope this makes it easy for to understand. Like to create softer looks, you use analogous colors, and to create bold looks and dynamic looks, we create a complementary colors, and that's how it makes it easy to pick up from our color wheel. And now, very important part, because we want our, like when we are makeup artists, we want our skin to look flawless, and if we want our foundations to blend into our skin softly, like bilkul na dekhe. And most of us now, we have culture of having a very soft skin, smooth skin without showing any hint of makeup or concealer on our skin. We want that nice plushy cheeks and nice glossy lips and even evenly smooth skin without showing anything on our skin, right? We don't want to show a lot of makeup. Like we have packed up a lot of makeup. There are times when you want to do that, but just to get the seamless finish, we need to know our undertones. Like, are we cool tone? Are we warm tone? Or are we neutral tones? So here also the color theory plays a very important role. Like how to guess, like what tone are you? If you know that, you'll be able to match your foundation to your neck, for your face, and it will give you a seamless coverage. And even to identify the type of problems that you have on your face, like you have under eyes, or maybe some kind of pigmentation, or maybe tanning on your face. So that's the best way to guess it. If you know your color theory, you'll be able to do it in minutes. So we have like three type of tones. We have cool skin tone, we have warm skin tone, and then we have natural skin tones, right? So cool tone, it's very nicely explained over here. This is so cool skin tones with the little pink skin where the veins appear to be bluish, like bluish and greenish. So if you see your veins on your hand, if you can see little hint of bluish and greenish undertones, that means your cool tone, right? It's easy. And the easy way of guessing it also, that if you wear silver jewelry and it complements your skin, you're getting cool tone, like silver cool tone. And like if you go into the sun and your skin burns, not tans, it burns. When your skin burns easily, your cool tone, right? And whereas warm tone is right opposite. When you go into the sun and your skin starts getting tan, or gold jewelry suits you, then you're warm tone. Okay. If you see a little golden and olive undertone under your eyes or on your veins, you know that you're warm tone. And same like that, if your skin like shows both or maybe none of these, like either it can be both, mix of little bluish, greenish, or mix a little goldenish olive touch in your skin, or none of these, then you're neutral tone. Sometime, like most of the time, we have mixed like you'll find very rare people who have neutral skin tones. You'll always have one person like warm or cool. It's very hard to find someone with a neutral skin tone, but there are neutral skin tones also. We don't have like warm or like, or sometimes you'll find people with like their forehead might be little warm, whereas their mouth area is cool. So you have to mix your concealer or color corrector according to their skin tones and match up, and then do color corrections and then work according to that. So if gold and silver both looks great on you, you can be neutral tone. I hope that was easy. So let's how we can use, see, we have been explaining the same thing, that how you can use the color theory to use in your makeup and how it makes a difference in your skin tone. So when you know your now, as we already know our skin tone, we already know we are cool tone or we are warm tone, we identify complementary colors, we identify ornamental colors. So now if we know that, now if come like how can we use that to make our makeup better, makeup skill better? So if you know that, so color correcting plays a very important role. If you know color correction, like now after identifying a skin, now we have to identify what kind of problem we have on our skin. Like if we have spots, like what kind of spots we have. If you have under eyes, if you have veins visible on your face, what color are those? If you have tanning, your tanning is brown, or it is like literally turned into a pigmentation which has turned little bluish now. A lot of people are like, as we Indians, we have a lot of problems on our cheekbones. Like if we start getting pigmentation from our cheekbones, and what kind of pigmentation is that? Is it brown? Is it little bluish? Is it little violetish? So correcting plays a very important role in that. So if you know that, so color correcting, when you have to pick up a right color to correct that. Like complementary colors will neutralize. If you have a little bluish problem under your eyes, or maybe a big spot on your thing. So little orange color corrector will help you and will go long way. Just little to neutralize that, and then you can do your foundation on the top to make it even, right? So that ways, whenever you go for color corrections, you just have to notice what kind of problems you have. You go to see your hand, like if I have blue veins and if I want to correct that, and if you have it the same on the face, like a lot of people have very thin skin, and if you want to correct that, you just give me a sec. So if you want to correct that, you always mix little orange and to correct that, and then on the top of that, you can do a foundation, so you'll have even skin. Just to neutralize that problem, you just need little color corrector. And sometimes people have a lot of yellow skin, like if I your skin look pale, so how can you make your skin look a little brighter, little flushier and little happy? So what you do is you take little purple color corrector, you mix it into your foundation, and you do it all over your face. That purple pigment or the color corrector will not show in your foundation, but what it will do to your skin is it will just make it little look little happier compared to like when you had a yellow skin which was looking pale and dull. Now you are, because you have added little purple color character in your foundation, your skin will look little flushed, like more pinkish and more brighter and more happier than it was looking before than the pale. So that ways a color corrector plays a very important role. And how can we learn that? Through color theory. And so you can see, I've also explained how color corrector plays and a color theory plays a very important role when we're doing eye makeup, because we have different color of eyes, different color, like, so if you have brown eyes, how can you make your eyes pop? Like if you want to make them pop, you will use a shade of blue or purple to do a fascinating eye makeup for yourself, right? And whereas if you have blue eyes, you will use a orange or a yellow to do a beautiful eye makeup so that they stand out differently. So that same way, if you have green eyes, you do red or pink on your eyes, or maybe just a nice pink liner, a smoke, just a smoke of your powder, and you do a nice pink wing liner, your eyes will stand out very nicely. You don't have to go all the way pink or something on your eyes. You can just do a nice pink liner, and that will stand out very beautifully on the eyes if you have green eyes. And the same way for the hazel eyes, if you have hazel eyes, a little shade of orange mixed with a little brown or touch, or maybe just touch of gold will make your eyes stand out and look more beautiful. So in this, you can see how beautifully this plays a very important role in your eye makeup. And same for some, like sometimes what happens, we get a client and we want their lips to stand out. If see, we want one feature always to stand out, and you want to make their lips stand out a little bit more. So if they have little yellow teeth, you can always mix little hint of blue in your red lipstick to give it a blue undertone to like stand out, and plus make their teeth look more whiter. So this is just a pro tip that you can try with your makeup, and it works great. So let's move on to next topic, how we can prep our skin for a flawless makeup. So if there's any question that you have regarding your color theory and everything, you guys can ask. You can just you can leave that for Q&A, and I'll be very happy to answer that. And we'll be moving on to prepping your skin for a flawless makeup, because preparation is very important. If you don't know how to prep your skin, your makeup might not last. And if you want your makeup to stay very long and your makeup to look very glowy and hydrating, you need to prep your skin really, really well. And you need to know just to prep your skin well, you need to know your skin type and where you're doing makeup and what location that you're doing your makeup at. What's the weather? Is it winter? Is it summer? Or you're doing makeup in Delhi? Or you're doing makeup in Bombay? Or you're doing makeup in South? So you need to know your weather as well. And plus, what's the function? Like you are doing it for a photo shoot, or you're doing it for the bridal, or you're doing it for someone who just want to go and attend office, or you're just doing it for yourself. So these are the factors that you need to know before prepping your skin. So first of all, you need to know your skin type. Like, are you oily? Are you combination? Are you dry? Or are you dehydrated? Like, is your skin dehydrated? If you know your skin well, you'll be able to prepare really well. So the best way to know your skin is like in the morning, like a lot of time you will just ask your client or maybe your model, how's your skin? Is your skin dry? Is your skin oily? Do you get a lot of oil? So they are like, the models might be able to answer it, but a regular client not be able to answer it. I don't know. You tell me. You are expert. So what questions that you can ask them to know your skin better? So the easiest thing that you can ask them, when you wash your face, after washing your face, where do you feel dry? Or you just feel okay? Or do you feel dry over here? You just ask them questions. So and then you build upon that. आप उसी पे build करो, आप उनसे पूछो like you feel dry over here, you do feel dry over here. Or the second question that you can ask is, if you have a regular client, you want to know their skin, the best thing you can ask when you wake up in the morning, do you feel oily somewhere? Do you feel oily on your nose? Or do you feel dry on your cheeks? Or you can ask them, keep a tissue next to you. Just when you wake up in the morning, just wipe, like run it through your face and see where the oil is on the face. So that ways you'll be able to know if their skin is dry or oily or just their T-zone is oily. And you can also ask this question, which works for me, like because I have these regular clients. I always ask them, last time when you did your makeup, did you get any problems, like did you get lines somewhere, did you have like oil somewhere on your nose or maybe on your like side nose? So that way it becomes easier for you to guess the skin. Sorry. Sorry. So once you know, then you start prepping your skin accordingly. If you know, if you get someone like, so you will always find people with combination skin. It's really hard to find someone who have just one skin type. You might not find who just have dry skin. Their skin might be dry but not dehydrated, right? They can still get oil on their nose, like all oil on their T-zone. So you'll always get mix of skin, combination skin. There will be very rare cases that the person have one type of skin. So you need to be a best judge and finalize कि क्या कहाँ पे लगाना है, what you have to put accordingly. So see, cleansing, toning, moisturizing are the always steps. But once you know what's their skin type, you can always step up and you can prep your skin according to you. Like for example, if somebody tells me I have a very oily T-zone and my rest of the face is dry. So what I will do is I'll just do a nice toner on the face and I will not push too much of moisturizer on the T-zone. I will just moisturize their sides nicely and I will take little moisturizer and just rub it through their nose and that's it. I'll not do a lot of moisturizer on their nose and just prepare the skin nicely. And then maybe just take a little mattifying moisturizer, use it on their nose and blend it towards the end. That's it. That's my skin is prepped. I don't want to do a lot of moisturizer on their skin so that my makeup doesn't stay on their nose and just bleeds after some time. Because I want my makeup to last longer and look flawless throughout the time. If you put a lot of moisturizer on their nose and their skin is already oily, it will not stay for a very long time and it will just wash off within some time. So you have to think about that. If they say that have my skin is very, very dry, like if you get a mature customer or someone who have a very dry skin, then you have to prep the skin in layers, right? You have to cleanse nicely. You will use an oil-based cleanser. You will clean their skin. After that, you will do a nice toner on their face. After that, you will moisturize skin. Maybe you can do a serum like a face oil. If they say my skin is very, very dry, it just eats up the makeup. So you will make sure that you do a face oil for their face, do a nice massage, make a nice foam massage on your from your fingers. Always warm up your hands and then do a massage for their face, lifting it upwards. And then you go ahead and moisturize. You always give like 30 seconds gap before you do a next step. And then after that, you can do your moisturizer, like a nice thick moisturizer for them. And then you do your primer. And you make sure you just little bit of primer. Don't have to do too much of a primer on the face. For anyone, even a dry skin, oily skin, not too much of primer. Nicholas P size is enough. And then you just go ahead with your makeup. Okay. If you want to use a sunscreen after your moisturizer, then you have to give a lot of time to your sunscreen to set into your skin before you start your makeup. Maybe you can do your sunscreen, then you can start with the eye makeup. Let your sunscreen set into your skin and then do go ahead with your makeup. Just do not start doing your makeup instantly right after your skincare. Now, as per the location, this is what we discuss about skin type. You know your skin type, you can prepare your skin according to that. Sometimes you'll find person who have a flaky skin, which is very common nowadays. You find people with flaky skin. What you can do is you can do a vitamin C toner for their face. What I prefer, like if someone have very dry skin and a very flaky skin where the skin just peels off, you do the makeup and the skin peels off. The best thing that you can do for them is you take a cotton pad, you spray two sprays of a vitamin C toner and you rub it to the skin. What it makes, it just makes your skin a little sticky. And right when you put makeup after it, or maybe more like when you start putting makeup on the top of that, your makeup will just stick and skin will not flake. And what the cotton pad will do, that will just scrub down the flaky skin from the skin. वो हटा देगा उस skin को, so you'll have a fresh skin to work upon. So that works great in a lot of time when your skin is flaky. So now your makeup according to your location and the weather. If you, for example, you know winters are a little dry, so you always moisturize your skin a little extra. Whereas summers, your skin is already like oily, sweaty, so you don't want to moisturize too much. So you have to think before ki what weather it is outside and how the person's skin is acting. A lot of people will tell me that my skin is dry in winters, whereas my skin is very, very excessively oily in summers. So you prep your skin according to them. You moisturize a little bit more in winters and you maybe no skip your moisturizers in the summers and just do a nice primer, hydrating primer, and that's it. And you move on to next step. Like a lot of the time when I'm doing makeup outdoors, I don't put a lot of moisturizers. I just do a nice hydrating primer and I just go ahead with the makeup. You don't have to do a lot of skincare because if you put excess moisturizer or something and you don't and if the weather is really oily outside, it will just go away. It will not stay for a very long time. So you have to think before you start with that. And now let's move on to functions and occasions. So now you need to see what occasion it is, what function it is, how long you want your makeup to last. You just is she just attending a party where she'll be there for 2 hours or 3 hours, or it's a function, she's gonna be bride, she'll be in the pictures, and then she'll be attending the fairas, and then she'll be moving on to others. So you want the makeup to last for 12 to 15 hours. So you prep her skin according to that and you set your makeup according to that. So you have to do a lot of skincare when you know the person is getting married and the makeup is going to be a lot on the face and you want your makeup to last for like 12 to 16 hours. So you're going to prep her skin really well, like your under eye creams, your moisturizers, and your primers and your lip masks. And sometimes you can, like, if you see this bright skin is really stressed and she need, like, her skin need a little relaxation, you can always do a sheet mask on her face and let her relax for some time and then go ahead will build up your makeup after that. But you have to give that time to her and let her skin relax for some time, like to and maybe do a under eye mask for them so that they don't have that puffiness before one day. So you are always prep. So you have to ask these questions before you start their makeup. Okay, you just can't go ahead moisturizer lagaya, primer lagaya, makeup kara, eye makeup kara, and just go on building upon that. Always ask questions. That will be the best way to know what you want to do, and outcome will come accordingly. So now I hope we have covered basically everything over here. Now let's move on to professional tool uses, which is very important. So when you know how to do your skin, now you know how to do color corrections and color theories, and you know like what foundation to use and what tone is she and how's the skin and everything. Now we need to work upon the tools, which is very important. Like we can do makeup with our hands and everything, but tools are very important for sanitation purpose and it makes our life easy. Why not? So tools are very important, and brushes, just makeup brushes are not all tools. There are a lot many things in a makeup artist kit which helps you making your life easy and it becomes easier for you to do any kind of makeup to achieve every look. So I also be showing you a lot of stuff that I have with me over here that I keep, except brushes also, like what extra I keep in my makeup kit so that makes my life easier. But we'll start with the brushes only first and then we'll move on to the next other thing that I keep in my kit. So I have different kind of brushes. You can see like I have a lot of brushes, like I have like 4 of these like this with me. And then I have for the foundation and everything, I also have sponges and beauty blender.
So, Kapil, I've just stopped the PPT so that your things are visible to the
Okay,
learners. If you could share again, because now they'll be able to see clearly.
okay. Can you see?
No, your screen is visible, which says downloads. You need to stop that. Yeah. Now, if you could show your products, it'll be
Yeah,
easily visible.
perfect.
Yeah.
So see, I have a lot of brushes with me, so which I like to keep. So let's start with basic brushes, what I use for myself and for my clients. So I have brushes like these. I have different kind of foundation brushes that I keep for myself. So see, I have different kind of foundation brushes here. I have a buffing brush, which looks like this. This is also my foundation brush. I have another brush which is more precise for under eyes and for the contour areas. I have a flat foundation brush which goes upside down, and I have another foundation brush which is little fluffy at the end. So brushes are very important. Like your tools are very important. You need to invest as a makeup artist. You need to invest in very good tools which last you long and which stays soft for a long time also. So it's always a good idea to invest in a good quality of brushes, like which helps, like which can blend your makeup nicely and doesn't poke your client. You need to clean your brushes regularly, so you have a clean makeup to work upon and a clean blend to work upon. So for foundations, a lot of people also prefer using sponges and beauty blenders. So someone who need like an airbrush finish and a clean finish, I always prefer a brush. And someone who wants like a more coverage on their face, like more want build up on their skin, then I always recommend a beauty blender or a sponge. You can choose either of them according to the need. Like if somebody have a lot of pigmentation on skin, if you want a lot of coverage on the skin, you need to cover like the gray areas on the face, then you go ahead and you build up with the sponge or a beauty blender. Whereas if you just need the seamless finish, polishing on the skin, you go ahead and you work with the brush, just a brush for the polish and the nice natural coverage. Or you can always mix both little. What I always do is I always start my makeup. I am a very brush person. I always love to use brushes. Brushes are my go-to thing. I'm like I rarely use beauty blender because I don't find beauty blenders like hygienic. What I do is I always keep the sponge with me, like the small veggies, and right after use I throw them, or maybe I give it to my client. This is just for you. I've used it for yourself, and then yeah, you can keep it for yourself. I'll not use it for somebody else. Brushes I always prefer because I've always worked with brushes. They make my life easy and they give you this nice seamless finish. I have that hand set on them, and it's easy to clean also. The best reason with the brushes is easy to clean and they stay long last and you remember like. So what I do is, if I have to do a makeup with using brush and sponge both, I just build up the foundation and give a nice coverage with a brush. And at the end, just to remove that excess from the face, I take my sponge and just dab it on the all over face and remove that excess from the face, so that there is nothing excess. There are no extra lines and everything on the face, and it cleans up everything. So these were the flat brushes that I use. I showed you. Then I have brushes for your powders like these, and then I have brushes for contours. So these I and so for your skin contour, like for example, if I have to do cream contour, what I do is for cream contour, I always keep a fluffy brush like this. If you can see, it have a big face, and I just blend that. And for the powder contour, I have this angular brush. If you can see, it's little again fluffy at the end. So gives me that nice blending all on the skin. So when I blend my contour from the back to end, it just gives me the flawless coverage. So these, and then for my eye makeup, I keep very nice fluffy brushes, if you can see, with a broader tip. And I also have a brush which is like flat at the front and little fluffy on the end to just create that nice soft crease at the end. So these this is what I use for my makeup. And I have a lot of angular brushes and liner brushes. I have like hundreds of liner brushes for myself, which are for paint also, which I bought. I also use this painting brushes that I use for liner that you can use for your painting that give you a very precise liner. And I also have a lot of professional liner brushes, which is so you can invest into brushes from both. Like you can buy a professional liner brush, and you can at the same point of time you can also buy those liner brushes from painting like department, like I don't know, 01 brushes for painting that you use for creating that precise line, because that gives you nice softer hand zone. So you can build up your tools with time. Like I started my makeup with like 8 brushes or 10 brushes. I started building up my brushes kit with time. I added more foundation brushes then, because at a time when I get two clients, I don't want to repeat my same brushes. So I always buy set of two, like two foundation brushes, two eyeshadow brushes, two angular brushes. And then I started building up more from different brand. You will like different brushes from different brand. I had never had like one set of brushes from one brand only. So I always these are all different brands that I all have like collected with time. So initially I didn't had like 72 brushes initially, right? I built them with time, like one by one, ek yahan se liya, ek wahan se liya. And like then I have these very nice concealer brushes, if you see. They conceal you, like they're very easy to reach under your eyes or any dense area to conceal, and the same point of time, pack that makeup right over there. And so you have a lot of brushes, you use them for your clients, amazing. But it's very important to clean these brushes every time you use them after every use. Like sponges, you can clean, but you can use, but I feel the sponges never get 100% clean. So I always prefer brushes, but I use that. But so to clean my brushes every time, I don't give them bath every day after every use. I have this brush cleanser that I use for my makeup brushes. So after every use, like literally after every use, I use my brushes on my clients. I have to sanitize these brushes. So this brush cleanser comes with a little alcohol, 70% alcohol in it, which removes all the germs, like 99.9% germs from all the brushes, so that I can use it on next client instantly, and it dries up within 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm ready for the next makeup. Though I have multiple brushes, I don't have to that. But when you have back-to-back appointments, you don't have time to clean your brushes, give bath to your brushes. So it's always a good idea to have a brush cleanser in your kit. So you can just quickly clean your brushes and ready for next makeup. And then I wash my brushes like at least once a week. Every time I cleanse them. So cleaning is after every use and washing them at least once a week. So my brushes are all nice and clean. You can always give your bath. The best way to clean your brushes is always upside down. You never wet this thing. You never wet the fuel of your brush. You always clean them with a nice, gentle cleanser. Maybe you can take a baby shampoo, baby oil, and you can just clean that like your wet brushes. What I do for my brushes like these, which like basically I use for wet products like foundation, concealer. What I do is I clean them. First, I dip them in little baby oil so that everything is out, and then I use a cleanser like my baby shampoo or baby shower gel, something like that. I always have Johnson and Johnson with me. That's always in my kit. So I clean them with that. You rub it on and take like a silicone cleanser. You rub it on that and then just you wash it, dip it, and then dry it like this only. You always dry it like this only. You never do this. Otherwise, your water will get inside and your brush will be spoiled. So if you want your brushes to long laster, like always keep it like this. I have been using some of my brushes are literally 10 years old. Like I bought them from Mac and they're really nice brushes and they've been lasting since like and they're as soft as possible. Like if you don't clean your brushes regularly, they'll start becoming pokey and they'll start irritating your skin also if you touch them and like if you want to see how soft your brush, always feel yourself. Before touching on a client's face, always feel is it poking you or not poking you. So if you clean your brushes really nice, if you take care of your brushes really well, they'll always be soft and good against your skin. If they're poking, please do not use it for yourself or somebody else. Clean them regularly, which is very important. And other than brushes, I have a lot of tools that I keep in my makeup kit. I'll be showing you one by one. I have a hand mirror, like a big ass hand mirror that I keep to show my clients how the makeup is looking, how the hair is looking. This is one thing that I always keep in my kit. Then I have nice lash curlers, like I have set of two. It's always a good idea to keep a nice lash curler to give those nice curly lashes. And and I don't know how many organizing boxes that I have in my kit, like endless. I'm sorry, like to organize small pins and to have the small sewing kit. And related to makeup, I have like bigger scissors, and then I have smaller scissors also in my kit, which I use for cutting lashes, like this one. And I also have like multiple sharpeners, like I have like 10 or 20 sharpeners to sharpen my pencils for my pencils. And these are part of the tools that you have to have in your kit. I also have set of tweezers for my kit. I always keep it like if there's extra eyebrow or something that I need to tweeze or maybe to place the eyelashes on the kit. That's what I keep. And I also have a fan to dry my makeup sprays real quick when you don't have time to just like wait for them to dry. And I always have a spatula and a palette to mix like whatever foundations, concealer. You always have to mix your foundations and concealer to create that perfect shade. So I always have that spatula and plate with me to give that perfect look. And then I have this manicure kit to create that small. This is not very important, but I always have one thing in my kit to create that nice dots on the makeup. This is from the manicure kit that you get. So same thing as I tell you, have to build up your makeup according to your requirement. So let's move on to the PPT again. Now we were on the professional tools. I showed you brush cleansers and everything that you, Arohi, you can see this. Perfect. So now let's talk about makeup application for different faces and different. So as you can see on your right, you can see type of faces, what kind of faces we have, and how can we achieve perfect face like makeup for your perfect makeup. So you guys can see we have over here. So we have different kind of faces. So we have square face, we have round face, we have pear face, we have oblong face, we have oval, diamond, and heart shapes. Okay. So according to makeup, your oval face is considered the best face for makeup. Like so, we always try to achieve that oval face that which looks attractive and like because we say this is the best type of face. Otherwise every face is beautiful, every face is especially in their own ways, every face is unique, but we try to achieve that perfect oval face. Your face looks nice in pictures and videos and cameras and everything, so we always try ki so if you identify, the first thing that you see, you need to identify your face type. If you want to achieve that perfect oval face, if you have that oval face, good to go. But then if you need to, first thing we identify your face type. Are you a square face or are you a oval face? Are you a diamond face? Once you identify that, then we have to come down. We have to do our makeup in such way that your the result comes up to be your oval. So first thing we identify a face, then we do like so let's start with a square face. We'll talk about face one by one, do less, and I'll not take too much of your time for that. So if you have a square face over here, you can see like your even your forehead will be broad and your chin area will be also broad, like from here. So we always so just to achieve that oval face, what we'll do is we'll contour your temples nicely. We'll contour and we'll bronze. We'll bronze nicely for your oval face. To achieve that oval face, we always like bronze nicely to a square face from all the angles, right? We'll make your cheekbones a little softer with a nice contouring and bronzing all over, bronzing on your chin and your forehead so that you can achieve that perfect pear shape. Now let's move to round face. Round face is almost there. We just have to make sure it's like little just bigger. So you have to bronze nicely. You can just skip on contouring here. When you have a round face, I just like don't do a lot of contouring, whereas I prefer doing a lot of bronzing. I just bronze your face nicely all around, like all around the hairline, plus at the end of your face, you just bronze nicely, and that does a great job. When you have a round face, that is enough. You don't have to go ahead and do a lot of contouring on your face. As this is my personal experience. For your pear shape, you'll always find chin going a little longer, and you always find this going a little bigger. So what I do is always try to contour the forehead, or it can be vice versa. You'll always find your chin a little bigger and the forehead going smaller. So then if you have a big forehead and the chin going smaller, so then I just contour my forehead and my cheek area and then leave rest of the area, and I'll not contour everywhere. And whereas if like my jaw is bigger and my forehead is smaller, then I'll contour my jaw just to give that rounder illusion. Okay, you'll not be able to cut anything. Your makeup will just gonna be illusion to give that a perfect shape. And if you have a diamond face, if you see in the diamond face, so what I'll do is I'll just try to contour my cheekbones and make them a little softer to achieve that perfect oval shape. And if you have a heart shape, again, we will always try with our we contour our forehead to get that perfect chiseled face. I hope it was easy and it's moving. We are moving to importance of branding and the importance of personal branding. So you have learned your makeup, you have been maintaining your tools, you know your face shapes, you have been doing great job as a makeup artist. But if you're not branding yourself nicely, I'm not sure how many makeups you'll be able to build up. Like there are a lot of makeup artists who do amazing job and they're not branding themselves and they're not getting work. So it's very important to brand your work and to very important to work upon yourself and branding yourself and like marketing yourself so that you can get the work that you've been looking for. So now let's talk about as you can see, we have to do personal branding as a MUA or maybe like successful MUA. You really need to have that like branding for yourself. So what I do for myself is always try to create that social media presence for myself. I know what my niche. I decide You have to decide what your niche is, what you want to do. Do you want to be a bridal makeup artist? Do you want to be a you just want to be a makeup artist influencer? or you want to be, you want to do editorials, you want to do movies, you want to do shoots. What do you want to do? You need to like figure out first what you actually want to get into. You want to do, you just want to become makeup artist for yourself, or you want to become a makeup artist to do bridal makeups and events. Okay, and there are makeup artists who want to do makeup just for movies, and there are makeup artists who would just want to do editorials and movies. So you have to decide your niche first. After you have decided your niche, and now, for example, if you want to get into bridal, bridal also have different categories now. You want to be a bridal makeup artist with a like a lot of makeup, or you want to be just a natural makeup artist who just provides a very natural, soft look. You decide your niche, and then you start building your portfolio according to that. I'm a makeup artist who want to do a natural skin makeup, already like a supernatural glam. So then I'll build my portfolio like that. So that when some a client comes to my page, or maybe through a referral, if somebody refers my name, they come to my page, they see what I do, what my work is, what my niche is. So building your niche is very important in your field. Your You need to make your portfolio according what you like and what you do the best. Like, this is my work, I do natural makeup best. If you come to me, I will literally provide you the best natural makeup artist. So you have to build your niche according to that. Uske alawa, just next get on to all the possible like all the possible like social media platforms you can get up to. Like, figure out like who do you inspire, like who do you learn from, who's your inspiration. Follow a makeup artist, follow 4 or 5, work with them, get to know them and see how they're branding themselves. Or maybe you can learn from them. This is how I wanna like brand myself. I wanna be a makeup artist like her. I wanna follow her, and I wanna create my niche like her. Just follow her and then create your niche like that. So you can always get inspiration from ki, see she's doing good, I can learn from her and I can create myself a portfolio like that. So building a portfolio like that will be very important, and marketing yourself like that will be very important, useful to you. Get on any platform like your YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Now we don't have TikTok anymore, but you can go on Instagram. Sorry. And you can create like short and long videos on YouTube as well, which works on creating your portfolio and social media performance. And you can decide like how do you want to engage your customers. You can take a small, when you learn for a makeup artist, you can always learn a little bit of marketing as well for yourself, so that it helps to increase that engagement on your platform. I always do that. Like, whenever I get time, I always go to see tutorials on YouTube, how to get more engagement, how to engage more clients, and just to do more reels. You can go ahead and do a lot of collaborations with influencer. You can text them in their DMs and you can ask them, ki, uh, how can we collaborate together? You can text like a lot of photographers like that. I used to do initially. I used to text photographers, ki, let's collaborate together, let's work together, and let's create more work for your portfolio and my portfolio, so that we can grow together. So that helps a lot. Like, reaching out to people who have like nice reach and working together will always help you building up your portfolio. I think that is it for today. That's all I had. Thank you so much, guys. I'll like Arohi next. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Kapil. That was a very wonderful and a very interesting session, and thanks to you for sharing what all tools you have in your kit. I think that was very, very helpful for the learners, and the students here. And to all the learners and attendees over here, I would just like to tell you that we at AAFT, we do have a certificate course in makeup. And in case, you want to learn all about the makeup techniques, you want to learn about the various kinds of hairdos, and you want to learn about the airbrush techniques, we can help you out with this 3 months certificate course that we have in makeup. And if you want to learn more about it, you want to know what else you can learn here, you can call us or drop in an email to us, and someone from our team would get back to you with all the details, whatever you need. So, Kapil, we have few questions, here. So let me take them up. The first question is by Vaishnavi, and she's saying that what is the vein color for warm undertones?
So see, you'll always, for your warm, you'll always see a little bluish undertone under your eyes. Like, you will always see like what color you want to see here. Like, if you see your veins here, you get a little green here, then you will be able to judge your skin tone. If you have like a greenish over here, then you're a little warmer skin tone.
Okay, great. Namrita says that how to choose a foundation which doesn't oxidize.
See, the best way I will recommend is you have to take little time. You always see, try to take a matte foundation. That's the first thing that you go to. But if you want to see which foundation stays on you nowadays, brand do a very good thing, which is set sampling. You can always walk up to a brand, take a little draming jar. You can ask them, can you give me a sample for 2 days or a day or two? They give you a little foundation that you can try on yourself for a day or two, which works great. Like just apply on your cheek area, or maybe test that in different lighting. That is it that foundation oxidizing for you or no? But if you don't want to do that, like you don't have that much of time, try to take some matte foundation, which will always stay great on your skin. Maybe like Estee Lauder Double Wear stays really great and doesn't oxidize very easily.
Okay, thank you. That was very helpful. So all the learners, if you have any more questions, please put them in the Q&A box. We are running out of time, so I'll just take everything quickly. Okay, Rimisha is asking that how to overcome the problem of sweating after the application of any product.
See, if you sweat is something that's gonna come eventually. It's not gonna change anything. The best way, if like, if you pack your makeup nicely, if you set your makeup with nice powder and everything, your makeup will not go anywhere. Just like when you're sweating, take a tissue or maybe take a malmal ka kapda. Just take a malmal cloth and just dab it on your skin wherever you sweat. So it will not move your makeup. Your makeup will be as it is, as it will be there. It will not move anywhere. Or maybe after you're done with your makeup, just do a nice fixing spray, not setting spray, nice fixing spray, and avoid setting spray.
All right. And if you could explain the difference between both the fixing and the setting spray.
So setting spray will just set your makeup and make it look less powdery and more naturally, whereas your fixing sprays have a little bit of alcohol in it, which makes your makeup long lasting. So
Oh,
your makeup will last really long, like more than 12 hours and everything. And it will, to an extent, it also makes the makeup transfer-proof and waterproof.
okay, great, great. Thank you so much. Neha wants to know the name of the sanitizer which you are using.
So I use MAC brush cleanser.
Okay,
Yeah, it
okay,
works
thank you.
great because I have very less alcohol in it, so it doesn't damage my brushes.
Great, great. Ria is asking that her lipstick vanishes after, she drinks something like a nimbu pani or iced tea or anything else. So any tips for that?
So you can do two things. If you're using a bullet lipstick or a cream lipstick, you can set it with a powder, like a loose powder, or you can just like add a drop of Duraline, which makes your makeup pretty long lasting. Like if you add one drop of Duraline into your liquid lipstick or your cream lipstick, it comes from Inglot. Just add one drop, it makes your lipstick waterproof. It will not go anywhere. Like, I literally do that for my brides, and they eat, they drink, they do anything. Their lipstick doesn't go anything for 24 hours.
Oh, okay. That is nice tip. Thank you. Okay, Pavni is saying that any tips how to choose a perfect foundation?
Oh, perfect foundation. Finding a perfect foundation is a task. You have to go through 100 foundations to try. You just figure out where, like, first thing I'll always recommend, do not try your foundation on your neck. Always try your foundation on the center of your face over here, or maybe on your chest. Then try to match your color. And like maybe just the way I said, take samples from different brand and see how it works for you in different lightings. Just do not go try and buy. Always test your foundations for day or two and then maybe buy a foundation.
Also, couple any suggestions nowadays, we have so much of online buying. So one should buy online or should go to the store personally and check out which foundation would be the best.
For foundations and concealer, I always recommend go to store and buy. Like first of all, we always do this thing. We put makeup and then go to store. Do not put makeup and go to store and buy. Like always try and always take like and do not if you wanna buy the same day, you don't have a lot of time. Try that foundation the first thing. Go around the mall and test that in different lights. Store lighting, light outside the mall store, and the light in the washrooms.
Okay.
And see that foundation different lighting and then buy. Do not like for foundation first time I do not recommend to buy online. Always offline.
Okay, great, great. Again, that was a very nice tip. Okay, Neha is asking best foundation for summers.
Best foundation for summer, you have to have like nice matte foundations. I recommend you Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation works amazing. If you want to go for a drugstore brand, try matte foundation from Maybelline. They work great.
Okay, great. Pavni is asking your Insta ID, Insta handle, if you can share that.
Yeah, my Insta handle is makeup reaction. So you can see me there. You can follow.
Makeup reaction.
Yes, makeup
Okay,
underscore reaction.
great, great. Okay. Namrita is asking that do you recommend using serum after cleansing, hyaluronic serum or anything similar to that?
Yes, you can use hyaluronic serum, but what I recommend is I like to create layer with hyaluronic acid. I don't do single layer of hyaluronic acid. I like creating sandwich, like toner, and then hyaluronic acid, and then moisturizer. That way, there's a layer of more of hydration, and then the acid on the skin. It creates a magic on your skin. You should try that. It works great.
All right.
Or maybe
Okay.
moisturizer, hyaluronic acid, and then moisturizer. It works amazing.
All right. Pavni is saying that how much shades darker to be used for contour and how much shades lighter for highlighting.
See, for contour, I always recommend just to go one shade darker. Just one shade darker that gives you more natural effect. If you want very striking effect, then you maybe you can go do two shades, not more than that. And for highlighting, same goes. If you want very natural effect, just go one shade lighter. And if you want like very impactful effect, then go two shade lighter. But for highlighting, one shade is enough.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Kapil, for, answering all these questions. And here again, I would just want to, tell all the learners and attendees here, in case you want to learn the different kinds of makeups, everyday makeup, a bridal makeup, or party makeups, everything related to all this makeup industry you can learn in this 3-month certificate course that we have here at AAFT online. And again, all the questions would be answered. In case you have any, you can call on this number or drop in an email, and we would be happy to help you. So, Kapil, before we end, one last advice from you to all the budding makeup artists here.
Yeah, so one advice always give, please, please, please practice your makeup. And as many times as you can, when you're starting your makeup, practice on everyone. Get all your friends, practice on them, and as many people as you can talk to, practice makeup as much as possible. The more you will practice, the more you will learn, the more you will grow. Like, do not think there's always a new opportunity. Makeup industry has been growing every day. We know there's been a lot of makeup artists in the industry. Every day there are hundreds of makeup artists coming, but there's work for everyone. There's work for all of us. There's work for each, and because all of us have different style. So keep practicing, find your niche, and just keep on working on that. Keep on working on your skills, and you will get better and better and better every day.
Thank you so much, Kapil, for such a wonderful and insightful session which we had today. It was really interesting, and the small tips which you gave were really very, very beneficial.
Thanks so much, Arohi. It was my pleasure. I had amazing time talking to all of you.
Thank you so much, and thank you to all the learners for joining in. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.